Hey guys, how are you all? Hope so you all are doing well. Okay, so let's start the story. Without any further conversation, the environment of is not true, huh? Is not too cold as just done with his work. He sit on the chair and drinking water. His ears is filled with the and he's till someone, huh? Huh? नहीं है. Enter in the room. You are here, the man asked. Hmm, and you are here, the man asked, and the other one nodded. Sit in front of him. I find for your sister. Details. Jungkook, his name is Park Jimin. He is 22 years old and also, and he don't stay here. Jungkook, I know, and he will surely be with his work. Yoongi, good for him, he said. And you think the place is Taehyung? You know me well, Taehyung. I know you, Jimin, and I promise it's totally. I know Yoongi's sister is in a. He just want a. He can't so easily to find. First, you have to come downstairs. Yoongi, come downstairs after fresh up. Today Jimin come. It's his first day and he see his sister is playing with her toys. He smiled to see her. Yoongi call her. She is the only one who make Yoongi smile. Otherwise, no one even look at him. His sister turn, see him, and a wide smile appear on her face. Yoongi her and she also Yoongi, you sleep well? I do, but I feel young. She said, and Yoongi see her. Yoongi, it's okay, your new friends come today. Really? But she also left me like others do. She said cutely while looking down. Yoongi sighed as no. Yoongi, he don't. He said, and she nodded. She sit on the ground and again start to play. And then someone come, bow at Yoongi. Someone come to meet you, sir, he said, and Yoongi nodded. Yoongi sent him. He said, and he go. After some time, Yoongi see a cute boy. Come, Jimin is looking so cute in his and watch. He is looking so simple and Yoongi see him, and for some times he feel like he forget to look. Jimin look up and see Yoongi. Jimin, sir, he whisper, and Yoongi come in reality. Yoongi, your name? Jimin, Park Jimin. Yoongi, you are here for taking care of my sister. Jimin nodded and looked at her with a small smile on her face. Yoongi, I my sister so much, Mr. Park. If she had a single eye, don't even think to you, Jimin. I understand you, sir. And now she's and then a old age lady come. She see Jimin and sign, then sit on the couch. Yoongi, your work is only taking care of her. You don't do any other work. I expect this, and you have to stay here in mansion. In your It's in your right, Yoongi. Jimin, yeah, I read, and I am all fine with every, he said softly, and Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, here you go, talk with her, he said. Then Jimin nodded. He went toward her and sit in front of her. Look at her with her. She looked at Jimin with her big blue eyes. Jimin, wow, your eyes is so cute. Jimin, my name is Jimin, and yours? She stays silent. Jimin, her eyes widened. But I am Jimin, of course you are, he said, and she become happy. Yoongi see him, and he is thinking Jungkook is right. She is good at his work. Granny, who's he? Yoongi, granny. He's her new. He from now he take care of her. Granny again, Yoongi, yeah. Granny, I said I take care of her. Then why, Yoongi, you take care of yourself? It's enough. He said and went toward them. Yoongi, I am going office. Take care of her. Jimin nodded with a small smile and then started to talk with her. Uh, she's too busy. She don't even say goodbye to Yoongi. He said, and she looked at him. "Oops, sorry," she said cutely and giggled. "Yoongi, take care. If you want something, call me." She nodded and Yoongi go. Mera 32. Jimin come in. Jimin come in the kitchen with the Jimin. So what you want to eat? Pancakes. Jimin, pancakes. Nice choice. Okay, so with or chocolate? Both. Jimin chuckle. Jimin, huh? Would try both. He said she become happy and then Granny come. Granny, what you are doing, Jimin? I am making pancakes for her. Granny, who give you permission? She almost and she hides behind Jimin. Jimin, Mr. Min said me to take care of her. Granny, I make her breakfast. You go, she said and start to make the breakfast. And they come in the dining room. I don't do breakfast, Jimin. Why? Granny always do this. She said she make breakfast, but it's just weird, and I don't want to eat. She sometimes don't give me food also, and also said if I tell Hyung she me. She said Jimin become Jimin. Now this won't happen. You listen me. You eat what she made. Then I give you chocolate. Really? She said, being excited. Jimin nodded with a smile, and then Granny come with the breakfast and placed in front of her. She make a pouch and Jimin nodded with a smile. She started to eat with a Jimin wait. She sit in front of him. Each Granny roll her eyes and then she give her some. Jimin see the and look at Granny. He stays silent and just after some times and they both go play and then she becomes sleepy. Jimin, I want to sleep. Jimin, oh then you sleep. When you wake up we make fries and ramen. Okay, come with me. Jimin, okay. Hmm. It's evening. She is sleeping peacefully. Jimin just come downstairs. He stopped to see Yoongi. Yoongi, how's she? Jimin, she is sleeping. Sleeping. She must wake up now. I come to make some snacks for her. Yoongi, she have a don't give her anything. Expect her. Jimin, I know, but she want to eat fries. It's not her as she don't eat on regular basis. Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, alright. I don't want you. Jimin nodded and then he come. Yoongi and Jimin smiled to see them. Yoongi, how was your day? It's amazing, Jimin. It's so good to stay here, right? He said, and Yoongi just nodded. Go and make fries, Jim. Yes, she run downstairs in kitchen. Jimin also go with her. Yoongi see all this and go in his room. The things continue like this. The, the things continue like this for almost 2 months. She is so happy and Jimin is so confused by Granny. Yoongi and Jimin also come to each other. They talk normally and you can set our Yoongi is in with Jimin. Just don't tell him, and Jimin also know he have for Yoongi it's Mitch. Just sleep. It's night. She's just sleep. Jimin come out to take water. He stopped. He stopped to see Yoongi is in the terrace. He went toward him. Yoongi see Jimin. He smiled lightly, and Jimin also passed him a small smile. Jimin, Yoongi, I am here to ask you something. Yoongi, word Jimin, Yoongi, I don't as when I come here, I about to make breakfast for her and your granny come see me and said me. She make the breakfast and there she tell me something. Yoongi what Jimin I don't know Yoongi you me or not but she said she don't want to eat. I asked reason and she said the breakfast is too like it's not good. It's something like she can't explain. Um and she said if she don't eat your granny her aunt. I don't tell you as we see she's a kid as maybe she must have but nowadays I see this by myself that's why I am telling you now. Listening them know matter what who they are. Jimin nodded with a smile. Jimin thanks. How she go in her? I mean, if you want, you can tell me. Yoongi, I was in London for my studies. Mom, dad, and she come to me, meet me in London. But they have and mom, dad, and go in her. Jimin, oh, I'm sorry for you. Yoongi sign as no. Yoongi, no, there is no, there is so many caretakers I for her, but they all think she's and she herself don't felt, but she do with you. Thank you. After a long time, I feel like I really can trust someone. No matter he said, and Jimin remember what Taehyung said. Okay, happy Jimin. I am glad. Yoongi Hum, you can sleep. It's late. Jimin, yeah, he about to go, but stop. He turned. Jimin, yeah, I remember. Yoongi, Yoongi, her is finished. He said, Jan. Yoongi, what you said, Jimin, her is finished. Yoongi, don't take any. What you are talking about? He said, make Jimin shocked. Jimin, what? She do, Yoongi. Your granny gave her 2 times in a day. Are you kidding with me? He said, being Yoongi. How she when said me don't give her any, it's make her Jimin. Wait, he run and then after some time he come with the and show that to Yoongi. Okay, Yoongi, what is this? Jimin, this is the your granny give her. Yoongi see the picture and send this to his friend. Yoongi, I want the every detail now, right now. He said then Jimin also become Yoongi don't know what to do. And then after almost 20 minutes his friends call him. Yoongi friend, Yoongi, what is this? Yoongi, this is what I am asking from you. What is this? It's slowly and may let to the wait you take this. Yoongi heard and the phone fell from his hand. Jimin, what happened, Yoongi? Yoongi sit on the couch. He's feeling like don't have an. Jimin, Yoongi, tell me what happened. Jimin sit in front of him. And Jimin, Yoongi, Jimin, that was a which is her slowly. He said, and Jimin eyes widened. He can't believe Jimin. What? Yoongi don't know what he do. What he said. Jimin see Yoongi is looking so like he's a king who known by Jimin. He don't know what he said, and then he see from Yoongi eyes fell from Yoongi eyes. Jimin to see all this. Jimin, Yoongi, why she do this? I only have a Jimin. If something happens to what I do, Jimin, listen, listen. Nothing happens. I heard Yoongi. What? Jimin, yeah, says I noticed she sleep, so I start to do that. Hmm. How much you can still talk with Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, I do. Jimin, don't. Nothing happens. He said, Yoongi don't know what he do. Jimin say him. He don't know what he is going to do. To do is right or but for now it's important. He stand up and him Yoongi him and okay as a he and okay and Yoongi, I promise. Jimin, nothing happens. Yoongi, I promise. I promise with you nothing happens. Just calm down. He said and Yoongi continued to. Jimin, it's okay. It's okay. You're also. He said and Yoongi a lot after. Hmm. After some time, he holds his hand and Yoongi stand up. Jimin takes some rest. We talk in morning. He said and Yoongi nodded to go in his room. Next morning, she come downstairs. She see Yoongi. She go and Jimin also come and see them. Yoongi, you okay? Rayal, I am. Yes, I am okay. Jimin, good morning. He smiled and Rayal also smiled. Jimin, your breakfast. Rayal, I don't want to eat breakfast, Jimin, but I make breakfast for you and it's pancakes. It's okay, I give this to someone else. He said with a pout. Yoongi see Jimin and he is becoming he just want to him and enough to tell Jimin is the person he in his life. No, no, I want to eat. She said while eating. Jimin chuckled. Jimin first eat first eat and then speak. He said and look at Chungi, who's looking at him. Jimin, I make breakfast for you also. Yoongi, you no need to do that. Jimin could speak royal. No, Hyung, you eat. Jimin is so good in cooking. Yoongi nodded and then Jimin serve him the breakfast and then Granny come. Granny, you don't go office till now, Yoongi, I don't. His voices and then usual Granny who make breakfast for you. Well, Jiminy, she said while eating Granny, but hmm, ma'am, where is Rayal? You give her. He said then. Yoongi stopped eating. He looked at his granny, whose eyes widened. Granny, which? Royal, which you give me daily one? She said innocently. Granny Royal, you must have. I don't do. Royal, no, you do. It's Yoongi. Yoongi look at his granny and stand up. Granny Royal is really too much, Yoongi. What you give her? He asked with his voice. Jimin Royal, you go upstairs. I come in 10 minutes. He said, Jan. She nodded. She go upstairs with her pancakes. Yoongi, why you do this? Huh? I fix in whole house. Jimin, where she? Jimin here. He sat down, said and Granny eyes widened. Yoongi see the on his phone and show her also. She looking down. Yoongi, why you do this, Granny? Because if she her, I'll go to you also, and then like this, I you also, and give this to my son kids. She said, and Yoongi feel, Yoongi, we are also. Granny, no, you both are nothing to me, not even your. She said, and Yoongi feel, Jimin don't understand anything. Yoongi, I don't. For what you did, I have my. But her eyes widened, and then come. Yoongi, I come later, he said, and they go. Okay, so in world as Yoongi is just a simple CEO. They don't know he is a Yoongi take care of Rayal, he said, and go upstairs in his room. Jimin film, but he go in Rayal room for now. Okay, and it's night. Rayal sleep. After doing dinner, Jimin knocked on the door, but no response. He opened the door and see the room is Yoongi sit on the couch. He went toward him, hold the food tray in his hand. He placed the food on the table, and see Yoongi is looking at the floor. Looking at the floor. Yoongi, I talk with my friend. She is a incel. He said he come yesterday, and if you said, can I call him? Yoongi looked at Jimin and nodded. Jimin placed hand on his shoulder. Jimin, everything become alright, Yoongi. Yoongi looked at him. Yoongi went. He said, and Jimin is silent. To be, I also want someone with whom I can share my Jimin saying him because he don't know what to do, and Yoongi could speak something. Jimin one from there. You all read this text by yourself, okay? I don't do voiceover on this one. And then dining room scene. No, I think I forget what scene coming is next. Jimin is in the I still forget. Okay. Um and here is the what reply I give her. I literally forget. Huh? Want to sit, but Jimin already. Next day, Jimin is in the living room. Uh, Jimin is in the living room with Rayal. Both are playing with toys. Yoongi come from office. Jimin didn't look at him. He's from morning, and Yoongi know why he's doing. Yoongi, Jimin, can we talk? He said, and Jimin nodded. Jimin, I come in 5 minutes, he said, and to Royal and stand up. He didn't look at Yoongi. Jimin, yeah. Yoongi hold his hand and up his lashes. Look at him. Yoongi, meet me on terrace, he said, and go from there. Smile, looking down, and then went to Rayal. Jimin, let's watch the movie. Think we do tomorrow? I know we watch today, he said. Then Jimin smiled. As you know, Yoongi wait for him. He nodded, and then they both start to Jimin time to time look at the clock and sign as it's 12. Jimin, it's enough now. Sleep. You go and sleep. Okay, Jimin, come on. Hmm. Come on. Jimin come on the terrace when Rayal sleep. He stopped as he see Yoongi sit there waiting for him. Jimin slowly went Jimin slowly went toward him. Yoongi is. He looked up and see Jimin, so he stopped. Jimin, you know how to play this? Yoongi, yeah, I used to play when mom touches. Jimin, oh. He sits in front of him. Yoongi, you said your friend come today. Jimin, he come. He gives some. You can see. Jimin, no need. If you said it's good for her, then it's Jimin. Jimin, I understand. Yoongi, Yumi, but I myself want once you see by yourself. Yoongi nodded and Jimin tell him about them. Jimin, yeah, he said to do some and then tell me. Yoongi, it's so good if she become fine. Jimin, she will. He said then. Both are silent. Yoongi saw Jimin. Thank you so much for what you did for me. Jimin, I don't do anything, Yoongi. It's my duty. Yoongi, taking care of me is not your duty, Jimin. He said, and Jimin stayed silent for some time. Jimin, but I don't want to do this. Yoongi, I don't know how you if you feel but I want to stay here for forever. He said, and Jimin see him, he chuckled lightly. Jimin, but you know it's not so possible. Yoongi, it's Jimin, look at him and sign Jimin, it's not. Need to realize, he said, and Jimin stays silent, and then he stand up. Jimin, Rayal, wake up anytime. Good night, he said, and about to go. But Yoongi held his hand. Jimin turned and see him. Yoongi, stay here for some time, he said, and Jimin sits beside Jim. Yoongi on the couch. He placed his head on. Jimin started caressing his hairs. Yoongi holds his one hand. Yoongi, I don't know what name I give to her. I just want to stay like this for forever. The feelings me telling me how much but I don't want to feel. Hope so you also feel as I do. He think and Jimin see he hold his hand. Yoongi slowly closed his eyes and he fell in sleep. Jimin see him sleeping lightly and then he on his forehead. Jimin the thought is hmm. After some time time skip. Jimin, yeah, okay, so, is Jimin friend, who's now, and how are you? Jimin, all fine, you tell me, you are here, and Yoongi also come out from library. Jimin, Yoongi, he is, well, and my friend, he is Yoongi. Nice to meet you, Mr. Min. Yoongi, me too. I am here to discuss Jimin sit and they all sit and see Jimin. I don't know what happened, but she took too much, and it's not late. Time to time, her is becoming normal, and in future, it's possibility she fine. But there is also Yoongi. But her situation is so like if someone her in this, so she will take a little bit and become start to becoming more. You have to make her happy and give her whatever she asks for. Jimin, it's not true as is not you think this her start now. She made so many now. He said, and Royal, come Royal, you again come. She make a pout to see Yoongi. Royal, I talk. He stand up and sorry ma'am, I don't know how I come here. Royal see her and roll her eyes. Royal, you can go. I can, but I can't. But can't you give me a glass of water? Royal, no. She said. Then Jimin smile and Yoongi see Jimin smile and hmm. He feel okay. Then some. Oh, you are, she said and giggled. Well, I have something for you. No, Hyung, I don't eat. She said with a pout. No, not this. He gave her chocolate and she looked at Chungi for approval and then started to eat. Jimin, oh, smart work, huh? He said and chuckled, huh? So you continue to give her, next week I come to take. He said and Scott Jimin Siwa and chuckle. Yoongin, mind you, don't go anywhere now. Jimin, I tell you today what's my reality, Yoongi. Okay, up so you all like. See you soon. Bye in the next video. Finish.